Hello Flosstube, my name is Tamara, and in today's video I wanted to show you another part, I hope the last, of my cross-stitch stash. The next kits I want to present you, they come from Moldovan designer Luca-S. This was the designer I started my stitching career with, and I have pretty many designs stitched from this producer, and I have pretty big ones. They are framed, they are in my mother's house, and when I'll be there I will show you what I have from them stitched already. But besides this, I have some more kits in my stash. So what do I have? By the way, they are great producers of pillows. So I kind of started a collection of pillows from Luca-S. This one is not in its original pack because it broke. So I am trying to have Christmas collection. So here is Santa, and what's okay for this one, you see, because they give you a zip. Here are the threads. They use anchor threads, and they use this Zweigart. You see, here is even weave, and it's like glitter. And this is the back side of the pillow. So they are giving you actually everything, absolutely everything you need to make your pillow. So if you are sewing, you are doing it. If not, you're asking somebody who is sewing to put it together. And the next one, this is from the Christmas line. I have such a birdie, and it comes exactly like the same even weave, color of even weave, the same color of back side. You see, it's super nice. I'm intending to buy at least one more from this Christmas collection. Then I have such a nice foxy, also it's a pillow. You see, because I opened this one, I looked at everything, it looks like this. And as a pair to the foxy, I have a wolfie. I also like this one very much. Then this one was love at first sight. I just entered the shop, I saw it and I bought it. I still love it. The thing is that I haven't stitched none of their pillows because I have a small child who doesn't understand, and honestly I'm afraid that I'm going to stitch them, I'm going to put them on the sofa and they are going to be destroyed. That's why I don't worry about them, because I'm going to wait a few years and then I'm going to stitch them. Also, I have such a kit with swans. It was bought long ago. I tried to start stitching it on ice blue Belfast, because it's the 16th count here. So they are giving like white Aida, and I thought that white Aida is not cool, and I didn't like how it looked on ice blue, and I stopped. I just made a few cross stitches and I stopped. It's not like. And I have such a collection of little girls. I have 4 other little girls from Luca-S stitched, but I couldn't resist like not buying these ones. I like these girls very much. I'm not stitching them because I'm not sure how to make them. I don't want to stitch them and have them in a roll, you know. I would like to have them somewhere disposed, not disposed, sorry, somewhere to have a look at them, to use something which they are stitched on, for example a bag, to stitch them on a bag and wear that bag, something like this. I have also such a kit. This one was bought long ago. You can see that this looks a little bit different because it comes from the old range of kits by Luca-S. This one is pretty big. You have to stitch everything with a lot of dark colors. There are a lot of threads. I'm not sure if I'm going to stitch this one soon, honestly. It's in my kit from the very beginning, but still it's like in the waiting time. This one is, I think it's called Tapestry, when you are doing just the half stitch, and it's very tiny for grip, and especially it's like this one, you see. So I tried to do this one. I wanted to try to see how the technique is. I made a few stitches. I didn't like it and I just put it here. I'm not doing anything with it, like giving it or selling it, because still I think that sometimes I'm going to want to stitch something like this and I will have this one in my box in my stash, and I'll be able to stitch it because the design is still, I still like the design. Of course, by the chart which I have inside, I can choose more threads because I need more threads. I have the anchor card shade, and I can stitch it as a cross stitch, but still not interested of doing that. What I have more from them, I have such a kit, which is a purse, and which I'm very interested in doing, in stitching. I thought that I'm going to do it like last the spring which finished, because I wanted to have it ready for summer. I didn't do it, so I hope that next spring I'll still be able to do it, because I want this very much to be worn, not like stitched, and because I think it's a summer, it's a hot weather, warm weather design. I don't see myself like in winter going with this on the street. And that's all what I have from Luca-S. Also, I wanted to show you another producer, but still it's also a bag, that's why I'm showing it now. And it's the only thing I have from this brand. So this is a Russian brand, and they have such a bag. This one is a tote bag, you see it's bigger. And there is the printed design, and the ready one should look like this. So what do I have to add actually? It's beads. I have to add beads here. And I'm still intending to do it because I like this one very much, but still I see the sense of doing it like before summer, like in summer to wear it. The next part of my stash which I wanted to show you, it comes from different brands, Russian brands. So that's why I just put them all together, because they come from the same country, I would say so. So what do I have? I have such a kit, which is beautiful, and which is stitched on printed, so here it cannot be seen, but the Aida, because here it's Aida, it's printed. So actually what I have to stitch here, as I know for sure, it's these two storks. I think they're storks, I'm not sure. And I'm not sure about these trees, but I know that the background is printed, and the result is really beautiful because I saw already stitched result of this kit. Then I have another one, which is these two beautiful bullfinches in winter, and there is even like beads to imitate the snow, and I like the colors here, like coral red, so the combination of like gray, bluish, a little bluish, and red coral. I just love this kind of colors. I just hope to stitch it one day. Then the next one which I have is such a beautiful composition with a birdie and the nest and eggs in the nest. I saw this one on Russian YouTube being stitched on the raw linen. It was a small count, 36 I think, but it looked amazing because this one is quite tall. You see, it's like 44 centimeters, like the how do I say, height, yes. And I'm a big coffee lover. That's why when I see a coffee design which I like, I usually buy. I am not very fond of naturemorts, but I don't know why I liked this one with coffee. I don't know, I hope I will stitch it one day and won't get bored. Usually this brand doesn't show anything, just the plain Aida. Then such a beautiful landscape, I would say. There is a watermill, very colorful. It was bought long ago. So here are the... So this actually are the color, how do I say, threads. They are showing you, but here actually are full thread thing. So here it is. And then I have such a kit. Many of them are not in the original packet because they just went off. This one I remember that when it appeared like a couple of years ago, I just fell in love. I thought it's so cute and I bought it. I still think it's cute, but ladies who stitched it say that the back stitch is really tough here. I don't know, I hope I'll stitch it one day. So here you can see just a part of the chart. Then I have such beautiful bunnies. I saw this one when a cross stitcher made a pillow. It was a gift for her nephew, I think. And I just fell in love and I thought that I'm going to buy such a kit and I'm going to stitch it and like make a pillow as well. I don't know, I hope I will one day. So far I didn't do it. But I still like the design. I still think it's cute, this one. And this one was bought, I bought it for myself as a present on a Mother's Day or Women's Day, don't remember. It's okay, I like it, but still I didn't finish it. So here it's 16th count Aida. I will show that I'm going to change it on even weave. I still want to change it, but I haven't stitched it yet. Next two kits, they come from the Ukrainian brand, if I'm not wrong. It's Mereshka. And these are two girls. Actually, there are 4 girls from this, how do I say, series. They come for seasons. I have just the summer girl and the autumn girl. I hope to buy the other two as well sometime. So this is the summer girl. Just love these girls. It's a pity that they come on Aida, and I'm sure I'm going to stitch them on even weave or linen. I don't know, I'll see. And this one is the autumn girl. Next ones come from Riolis. It's a very well-known Russian designer, and it comes from the series towns, famous big towns. So from this series I have already stitched Paris, and I love it very much. And you know what's the super nice thing here, that this frame, like Passepartout, that one is printed, so you have to be careful and stitch just inside. So here you cannot see, but you have to stitch just inside, and the result is amazing. I love these ones, and I hope to stitch all of them one day and like frame them in the same style together. So I have New York, so this one is New York. I have Rome. I have London. And I have Venice. There are like 3 or 4 more, I'm not sure. I know for sure that there is Moscow, there is Berlin, there is Agra. There are 3 or 4 more, but these are my favorite ones, so I bought the favorite ones. Then I have such a nice kitty family. I don't know why I still love this one. This one comes with, you see, I didn't open it, but in time it just breaks because I just move them from box to box. This one is wooden and acrylic yarn, so it's not cotton floss, cotton thread, but still I love this one greatly. Then I have such a kit with this nice what is special about this one, if I'm not wrong, it should have the moon, I think. It's stitched with the threads which glow in the dark, you know. and I think also here the lights on the boat also the same. I don't remember exactly. I remember seeing it being stitched. It's quite big. You have to stitch everything, but it's very beautiful, and I hope one day to stitch and to give it as a present to my son. Of course, it's going to be like in quite a few years when he is going to understand, because this, I think it's a gift for a young man already. And here are they, a lot of dark blue, lots of dark blue. Here are such two, so there is a rooster and a hen and a chicken. They were quite popular one time on Russian YouTube. I hope to stitch them together, and I even saw cross stitchers who used a big one big fabric to put them together, so like this, something like this, so like as the rooster is looking at the hen, and it was nice. Okay, the hen, it's not so tall as the rooster, but still it's nice. I thought about stitching them together if it's going to happen. I know the result is going to be a big thing, but and as well I would like to give it as a present to my mom. And here is used, you see, it's 14th count Aida, and I think of changing it on even width. I'm thinking, I don't know, I hope it will be okay. And then I have such a kit. So this one, you see, it's different because it's Riolis Premium. It comes from Premium Collection. Of course, the box is already. And they are beautiful peacocks, or at least it's a he peacock and a she peacock. I don't know. And they come usually like this. You see, but it's also on Aida, and I'm thinking of changing it, at least on even width, and maybe not white. I don't know. I'll see when the time will come to stitch it. I just will see. Here it is. So it should look like this. I saw on YouTube the result, like ready stitched one, and they look amazingly beautiful, very beautiful. I have as well these three kits, but I just took the preview because they are not in the original packing, because it broke, and I keep them in such things, so that's why I just didn't take out everything. So what do I have? I have such a beautiful horse. It's a she. Her name is Adele. I'm sure I'm going to stitch it because I saw it being stitched on linen. Here it is required the 28th count because it's the 14th count. Here it's a 14th count Aida, but I'm sure I'm going to change it on linen because the result is astonishing. So I'm sure I'm going to stitch it. Then I have such a beautiful girl. I don't know why, but I liked it a lot. And honestly, my dream is to have this girl stitched on denim shirt. I have already an experience I didn't show anywhere because I have a jacket, a denim jacket, where I have fox, nice fox, lady fox stitched with water soluble Aida from DMC, water soluble canva. I don't remember how it's called. At least I have an experience. I liked it a lot. It's difficult, but still it works. So I'm hoping to stitch this little girl one day on a shirt, so on the back of the shirt. And as well I have this one, which I fell in love with when it appeared, like it was released, and a Russian stitcher stitched it because it comes on plain white Aida, but she stitched it on natural or raw, I don't remember, linen, and it looked fantastic. So changing the Aida on something different, it makes a simple how do I say, kit look fabulous. So that's why I bought it, because I fell in love with the change of Aida on linen. I hope I'm going to stitch it one day because I still love this kit. The next how do I say, part, I would call it Miscelaneous. because it's a mixture of a lot of brands, and it's not like a lot, there's one or maximum two kits from this brand, because you know, I usually don't follow the brand, I buy what I like. So if I like just one kit or one chart from the brand, I'm buying that one. If I'm like in love with the brand itself and what it makes, like more and more, I buy a lot, like I have just none, for example. So what do I have here? I have two Miscelaneous kits. I have one like heirloom collection. I have such a nice kitty. It's called Buttercup. It's beautiful, and what I like here is that they come on even weave from the very beginning. I hope to stitch it one day, because kitties and butterflies, something which I love. I think it's a he. I don't know why I think it's a he, and his blue eyes are amazing. Then I have one more kit from Miscelaneous. This time is this simple one, and I fell in love with this one, honestly, when I saw on Instagram a cross stitcher started it, and she was like, she stitched just, I think, the mother's face, and I just fell in love. I couldn't like sleep. I just looked on the internet, found it, and bought it. It's super simple. A lot of stitchers changed the Aida with linen or even weave, but the result is astonishing, you know. So it's simple, the kit, and yes, this one, you see, it's adapted by Sandy Wharton, and Sandy Wharton is great in what she's doing. Then I have just one design by Design Works, such a nice angel. I think it's an angel who is having a buff, because here are the wings. I'm hoping one day to stitch this one in my, I don't know, stitching corner, or in the part of the bathroom where I do my makeup, so to be like my girly thing, because I like the colors, the Tiffany blue, the pink. And the only thing I'm going to change for sure, the Aida on even weave at least, because it would look much nicer. So even if maybe it looks childish, I adore this one. Then I have such a kit which was bought from eBay, like teddy bears having a buff, and I like bubbles make life more bearable. And it's super nice. I hope to stitch it, and stitch it, I mean, soon. Look how many threads. So this one is by Handmade Treasures. It was on eBay, not very expensive. I think it's going to be stitched very quickly, and I hope to stitch it for my son quite soon, because I have a kit already stitched. That one is from Jeanlin, I think, Sleeping Bears. So I have the Sleeping Bears, and I'll have the Bath Time Bears. Then I have such a kit. This one is from the French cross stitchers, and you would say why I'm not stitching this one, because it's quite simple, girly, nice, and I fell in love when I bought it. And it has the ready-made thing. You see, it has the Eiffel Tower charm. The only thing which stops me is that it has to be made in petite point, so like half stitch on the 16th count, or let's say 32nd of linen, and it's quite, I don't know, I just don't like it. That's why I'm still not doing it. And then I have two works from Thea Gouverneur, the icons, and so this is Jesus Christ. I don't remember how it's Christ Pantocrator, something like this. I haven't stitched icons from Thea Gouverneur. I stitched icons from Luca-S, two of them. So I have stitched icons, but not from this brand. And this one is beautiful, and this one I want to give it as a present for my son, so I hope to stitch it quickly. And this one is beautiful as well. A lot of Russian stitchers are stitching them, and the result is amazing. So I am in love with them. I am even thinking of buying one more, St. George. and the dragon, I think. Because I think the Gouverneur is great with like these icons. What I have next is a few charts, and maybe some of them have something, maybe some don't. So I have from Crossed Wing collection, I have such a biscornu and scissor fob with eggs. So the biscornu is like nest with eggs. I fell in love when I saw it. It doesn't have anything, it's just the chart. It needs the DMC threads. I even have scissors, like bluish, which I bought especially for this one, but I still didn't stitch it. I hope to stitch it soon and quickly, because it's not a big design. This one was bought on eBay. It's the only one which I have from Hand Blessings. I don't have many things with written how they say words, because I am not a great fan, but this one I liked very much, because this is Stitcher poem sampler, and it's like S is for stitching, what more can we say, T is for talent with needle and thread. So I liked the verses, and by the way, it was sold like it has the charms here, because it comes with charms, and I'm crazy when charms come here. And the even weave was sold with this one. So what I need actually is threads, and I'm thinking of like choosing something from hand-dyed threads, which I have from my stash, like not buying especially for this one, applying my imagination here. And what I have more, it's a chart from Kitty Cat collection. This is just a sec. Okay, something like this. It's Bunnies. It's called Soft Boil, and actually this comes for, so you can stitch this carrot, and it has to be used buttons from just another button, and separate things like this which can be hanged. So I tried to buy buttons as well, because on so they were sold separately, so I have almost everything. So for the carrot I found exactly this one, but for this ones I didn't find exactly, but I changed. For example, for the bunny I chose this button, so because they are made on 14th count, they are going to be quite big, so that's why where I could change, I changed them. And I hope to stitch them for Easter. I'm not sure the next one, but I'm going to try. And I wanted to show you as well some little kits which I have. They are from different brands, but they are just very small. So I have like from Luca-S, I have 2 bookmarks. So this is this kind of bookmark. It should come like this. I have this one for my favorite book, The Owl. And then I have postcards, also from Luca-S. These ones are beautiful. I already stitched, not these ones exactly, but also from Luca-S for my friends. These ones I just left for me. They all have charms inside, so you have to stitch just the image here in this little window. And this one comes from Cross Stitching, the Cross Stitching magazine. I just like it very much with pink Aida, and I cannot just give up to this one. And I have as well, this is from a Russian brand, so this is a kitty eating sweet things, sweet tooth, something like this. And this one has to be made like, oh no, I don't know, like a hanger, yes. You see, it has everything, so you have just to make it. I think it's really cute. I have as well these 2, so I have like this, I have as well these 2 kits. They are from Russian brand Rivolis, and this is a Pincushion, and I don't remember how this one is called, because it has a name, this one, but I'm thinking of stitching them on very small count and having them as a scissor fold, because here you have everything, even the filling. I don't know, I think they are very beautiful, but you see this one I opened, but I think you see here it's Aida, and there it was even weave, but I'm thinking of choosing very small count for them. The last small kits I wanted to show you, it's such a nice kitty. This one was bought not to stitch it as a, how do I say, as a picture, but to stitch it on a, let's say a denim jacket, something like this, as if the cat is getting out of the pocket, you know. So I don't know, maybe I'll stitch it for me, maybe for my son, but I'll see. So this one was bought with such an idea. And the last two ones, they are from the same series. It's the Russian brand Alisa, and it's called Bunny Me. So Me, it's the name of this bunny. So there is the sailor bunny, very cute. By the way, they are making these small kits for children extremely nice. I have stitched some of them, not these ones especially, but like this, and they're very nice. And this one, which Bunny Me is a photographer. So I bought these two to stitch for my son. I don't know, again, maybe on his jacket, I'll think so how I'm going to stitch it, or decorate something which he has, I don't know, a box with something. Just I like them so much, and that's why I bought them, because I thought that I'm going to decorate something for my son, like I'm going to stitch and then like have something for my son with them. And this is it with all my kits I have. I hope you had patience to see them all. I think I have a lot. For me it's a lot actually. I know that there are cross stitchers who have even a bigger, much bigger stash, but even these ones which I have, I think it's a lot. So I need a long life to stitch all of this, taking into consideration that constantly I am buying something new. Thank you for watching this video, thank you for subscribing, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, and see you in my next videos. Bye bye!